Hello and welcome to episode 27 of our Timberborn update for modded playthrough with the Folktales faction here in cycle 43, day 11, about 2.5 days out from the drought in this cycle. Last time, we started playing with the modular roofing mod courtesy of Battery Smooth, and now we have all sorts of lovely smoke tufts drifting up from our residences all over the map. And it's a very, very nice visual addition. Also did a little bit more work in preparing this area for growing some additional trees. Made ourselves a little embankment for our trains. And actually, there is an undetonated dynamite, so let's take care of that real quick. And that's gone. But today is all about finally starting to build an infrastructure here for generating power. And that's going to be interesting. So I'm not entirely sure what the best way to go about this is. So we're going to find out together. I've got a couple of rough ideas, but it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this is going to work because this is such a vertical waterfall with multiple terraced areas here. I think the general idea is that I'm going to try to start folding the water in toward this way and then kind of snake it back and forth a little bit between water wheels to generate power. Because we are in the Folktales faction, we only have this one water wheel that we can really do anything with instead of the giant ones the Iron Teeth have. But I think this is going to be an interesting exercise in solving some problems. So we'll see what works, see what doesn't work. I'm sure plenty of stuff's not going to work. So I would appreciate your patience as we go through this process. But I figured the best way to do it was to do it on camera so we can figure it out together and have a little bit of fun with the chaos. So we'll go ahead and get right on into that. And it's a good thing that the drought's happening because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff that is going to get in the way of water flow, and that would be very, very annoying to try and work around without flooding things. But let's take stock here real quick. This is somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 source blocks all next to each other. And for the sake of knowledge, I will go into Dev Console and check these out. These should all be one. Some of them in the middle are two. Okay. Well, we'll get out of Dev Console. We don't need to be in there. But just wanted to check and see, because we're going to have to figure out how to get all this water in one spot. So I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do it. It's just going to be a process. But we are going to start by putting in levees along this entire side here. I can't decide if I want to just completely block this entire thing off directly, or if I want to leave a little bit of space in case we want to build something off to the side. But I don't really know that we're going to need to build anything off to the side. I think we can probably just start filling this in with levees directly next door. This side is going to be left open, obviously, because there's no water coming over here. But I think that's going to end up being the best thing. We do have all of our pathing and ladders and stuff in place, so I think we're going to be a-okay. And we have these other bits of larger blocks, but in terms of actual construction, they take a lot of planks and stuff, and we're not going to be looking at it. So, I think we could just be fine with the original things that the game just comes with by default. So the good news is, all of this will be pretty easy to construct here, and we're not going to have to worry about too much at all. So I think this is about as high as this needs to be, because when this comes out, because of the way we have to do the water folding, we're going to actually lose a little bit of height here. So the bottom of this is going to be at least 1 or 2 blocks lower as it enters here, so that the water can just kind of go joop, 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 joop over and see if that is how that's going to work. But a good start is going to be getting this whole wall constructed. We're going to have to fill this in with levee blocks as well, which I know some of you thought was completely ridiculous when we did it the first time. It is pretty ridiculous. But if you want to have this stuff set up to where the water is actually flowing through, then you pretty much have to do it this way. Not really another way around it. So that is what we're going to do. We got our guys over here in Cascadia District. Only 18 beavers. So what we're going to do is we're going to deprioritize our refinery jobs and get everybody coming over here to work in the builder's hut, and then by proxy the district center as well. Hauling can be deprioritized. That can be deprioritized. I don't think we have enough beavers regardless, so we are going to have to bring in some more just to get things rolling. But we do have a pretty decent storage of logs. We have 2,100. Well, that's actually pretty good, decent storage. It's not as few as I thought it was going to be, but we're going to need some more housing. So just for the sake of having just anything, we'll just put in a couple of these triple lodges near the area we're working, kind of, and bring in some more beavers. Food-wise, we have 1,000 packaged food. We've got some water, so stuff's looking pretty good. Just got to get some beavers in here. And what districts have extra beavers? We might actually not have extra beavers. 25 open jobs. How many do we have here? Oh, so we just need more beavers all over the place, I think is what the moral of the story is here. So that's going to be a fun problem to solve. Well, we're going to steal them anyway because, well, what else are you going to do? So I'll turn our minimum for Cascadia up to, let's try 30. Just to bring them in and get them rocking and rolling here. So, of course, we are also going to have to build some additional builders' huts just to employ all of these guys. So let's, please don't crash the game while I'm recording. Thank you. We'll just place in a couple more of these. That's going to give us 12 additional jobs as builders. And that should get us where we need to go. But because we're taking so many beavers away, we're obviously going to start having some interesting issues in other parts of the map. And these guys need some more housing too. So that could be a fun project for the future. After all of this has been removed, could put a nice big housing estate up here. But for the time being, I'm pretty sure we're good to go as it is. Let's not forget this whole debacle right here that nobody can really get to because of how I have this set up. Oh, actually, no, they can get to this. I just don't know underneath here. Yeah, this thing in the middle that is blocking them building anything, we actually can't get to because this is stuck in the middle of stuff. So that's going to require a little bit of some weirdness going on here. See if I can get this to play nice. It might actually not let me, but I think if I have this right here, they should be able to reach down diagonally. And of course, this is all going to be removed eventually, so don't get too upset about that. All right, now I'm going to deprioritize all of this so we can actually build our housing and our builders, everything over here. So that should be a-okay. And to support having these additional beavers consuming water, I am going to put in a couple of... I can't do that there because this is the folktales. They don't have the long pumps. That's inconvenient, I think is the word I should choose for that. But that's how this goes, I guess. I don't really have the ability to put any of this anywhere else, do I? No, not thanks to how this is set up. But we do have the trains that can bring stuff around, and of course regular district crossings as well. Trains for right now seem pretty content to just chill, just sit there, and we'll have to see what happens in the future. But let's go ahead and get going here. Bump that speed up, get these houses built, and get everybody working to build our wall. And then as we come up here, we're going to need to have a probably just another platform. Is this a reinforced ladder? It sure is. So I'll put a reinforced platform here, and that will be that. Because on top of that, I'm going to have a ladder to come up to here. And then we're going to have probably just regular set of stairs to come down in here. So what we're going to end up doing, if you're familiar with Skystorm's video on water folding, basically what he ends up doing in that is he creates these different levels and kind of, I guess I could just draw it out with the levees, but the general idea is that you take a channel that is X amount of blocks wide and you reduce it, and you reduce it, and you reduce it. So I actually, I started in the wrong spot to show you exactly how this is supposed to work. But what you're doing here is you're just channeling the water in further and further and further. But you can't just do this. There has to be an elevation change also, because you have to be able to fold the water, not just shove it through something. That's the principle behind that. So what is going to need to happen is we're going to need to kind of just slowly shove the water into a 2-block wide channel roughly right about here. And to do that, we're going to have a lot of levees built up here. And the entrance, I think what we're going to want to do is going to be probably right about here. For the sake of visual continuity, I am going to blow this up a little bit. And thanks to our automation mod, I can explode the terrain blocks 2 blocks down. So that'll automatically take care of that. And then we can just have a thing right here. So instead of having this and this and this and this and this, all we're going to do is bring this in slowly from the side every couple of blocks or so. Like our first 4, maybe 5, we'll give them 5, and then do another 5 here, and then do another 5 here, and so on and so forth, because this needs to be to right about that point. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit further there, but we do need the 2 blocks wide in between. So that would be 5 there. There's our drought. Yep. There would be 5 there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So that would mean that this channel actually starts all the way up here, so we could give them a little bit more space. It doesn't have to start exactly right here. But the general idea is that we're just going to go here and here and here, and then lower the terrain a little bit at a time. It also doesn't have to be this far, and we can just kind of fold it a little bit. It doesn't have to go super far, but that's the general idea. If I was intelligent and did this correctly, it's going to look cool. If I didn't, I'm going to look like an idiot, and that always makes for good YouTube anyway. So, win-win situation. How is this not... I did a dumb. That's how that happened. I didn't actually connect this to anything. I didn't think they could walk through the back of the ladder here, but I guess I was wrong if they're actually using this. All right, so now we have 30. We still have 10 open jobs, but some of those are in the refinery, which I don't really care to not have beavers in. But these guys going to work now can really, really start making this happen, and that's exciting. So this being set up like right here is going to mean our water wheels are going to have to connect. They don't also have to connect on this one side, but we're probably going to want them to for the sake of visual explanation. I could just do this right quick to show you how this is going to look here. Now, if we put this guy here, it's going to end up with a power shaft connection above where the levees are, which is probably the best way that we can be doing this. However, it's also likely that this will end up spilling if we don't have this whole thing set up correctly. We might even have to have a bypass. But if this is actually going to be the correct height, that means we need to raise over here or lower this. And I think we do want to have, even if the water doesn't fill all the way up to the top, we do want to have that separation. So this is actually going to start here. And that will be the height for that bit. So that's what we'll have to build up to for at least this first little jog before it goes back. And yes, that's a lot of wood. I understand that. But we have 18,000, and we haven't done anything completely stupid with it this playthrough quite yet. So I think it's about time for us to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of tomfoolery with this. So let's also give these guys a fighting chance to get all this stuff completed up here. I had forgotten that they couldn't reach all this. So look at them go. Look at them go. Yeah, but they're going to make pretty quick work of that with all these beavers working. We do have some extra beds too, which means we get some beaver children, and they can take care of everything else as well. But back to this. So to get down to this height, we do have to have our water stream folded in and put down. So if this is going to be the actual start of our canal here, then this little bit right in the front is going to have to be brought up as well. This will need to be... Nope. Come on. It gets me out of this thing every time. That needs to be brought down twice, which means we need to have our 2 blocks down. This actually now needs to be 3 blocks down. Yep, to get that all situated to look correctly. So, let me click. My God. All right. So that's going to be the height here. This autosave and the screenshot mod thing are absolutely killing my frame rate right now. But that's fine. That's the way it is. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have to get a little bit creative with how this is laid out. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get this the way that I think it has to go. But we should be okay if I have this figured out correctly. I'm sure if I don't, you guys will be very quick to let me know. But having this section blasted out 2 blocks deep is going to mean this section gets blasted out 1 block and this one doesn't get at all. This is just kind of funneling. And then as it gets to this drop off, it'll kind of do a little bit of a like a spiral descent kind of thing off of here. And then hopefully, if I've got this correctly set up, it'll just channel all the water without flooding and have it with a whole lot of kinetic energy behind it, which is what we want to see. So yeah, these guys are going to take their time doing that. Yeah, we could support some more, I guess. Don't worry, we'll have some more appealing solutions to all of this housing and infrastructure stuff when we get to the point of actually, you know, needing it outside of just to like build all sorts of weird nonsense. But for right now, it'll be just fine to have some more garbage like this. Just to be perfectly blunt with you. So I'll just build a whole bunch of these builders' huts, get them occupied by beavers who actually are going to build, and we can rocket through this. And hopefully by the end of the episode have a functional, at least preliminarily on this one side, little outlet for water here. No, they can't. Oh, they can't build this because yeah, there's nothing here either. All right. Well, that's the way she goes. I guess we'll give them a little bit of help and put a little platform here so they can finish the rest of that. Because we gotta get in on this. Gotta get in on that. So let's see. I mean, it's nighttime, so they're not doing anything. Thank you, email client, for once again putting random sounds into my videos and live streams. Yeah, they're going to get back to work here right about now. Finish this. Shouldn't take them too long. And then we'll be able to get up to the top and really blast that out. It is fun to just watch them build stuff. Yeah, now they can actually get in on it. And of course, as soon as I sit here and have the camera trained on it, they're not actually swarming around like I wanted them to. But that's fine. We have 22 open vacancies, 5 open beds, 10 little beaver kits. So guess what? We're going to raise this up to 40 adult beavers. Bring in a couple more. And hopefully get somewhere. Is this full of biofuel? Nice. Yeah, see, now we're making good progress. Now we're making good progress. Love to see that. And the explosions are occurring. Fantastic. I do kind of miss the Update 5 Dynamite, though. That would just do the entire thing at once. That's kind of fun to play with. Okay, who's starving? Over here in the Iron Islands, huh? Oh, it's Josh. Can't be starving. Oh, this isn't the Iron Islands. This is Beaverburg. That's not the Iron Islands. They're over here. They're not looking too hot on food either. So what's the All right, they're just playing with me here. They're not actually starving. We're all okay. How are we looking this wise? 5 homeless beavers already? Well, I guess I did have this set up to be that way, didn't I? All right, additional houses it is. Just have them build that whenever it feels convenient for them. But now that we're actually getting into this spot, we probably should deprioritize the dynamite so nobody gets exploded while they're working on this. Just a thought. Seems like that would be perhaps unwise. Yeah, they're gonna start working on this. And we are going to have some sort of a way to actually get beavers down here to construct all this. We'll put in stairs later. But, oh, you know what I forgot to do? Is I forgot to put in these 2 things of dynamite. That's very important to have the 2 blocks down, because the water can't actually fold itself unless it has a way to go down at the same time it's going to the side. Provided that I actually have the correct memory of this. I could be very wrong, but we'll see what happens. We really need to make sure we don't have any silly billies here, but I do have the Unstuckify mod, so it should automatically fix them. Hopefully they don't explode either. Oh boy. Well, I can put these as the levee pieces now anyway, so that's fine. Now, why did they do that one first? Now I've got to be careful that they don't that they don't actually do this incorrectly for me here. I actually probably should do this last one over here first so they can actually walk over it. It's a very dangerous game to play with the dynamite. Very, very dangerous. But it's fine. So to help us get down there, I'm going to go in with our ladders. And these will get removed, but they do need to be able to be down here to actually construct things. So that is why that's why we're doing that. So these have to go here and here and here and here and here. And at some point, the water won't be able to generate enough power flowing through it unless it goes down another level. So we'll see how that goes. Probably going to be a whole lot of trial and error, but, you know, that's kind of the way we do things here. No real reason to be upset about that. Except for the lag. Alright, so that one's done. Good to go. Which means now this can all be set up as a single blast down that way. And then we'll just leave this as normal, so it's just kind of generally going to gradually come in this way. Get not really folded yet, just pushed in, and then here start folding down like so. I hope this works. I'm not entirely sure that it will, because I believe in the video that I was watching, he was using a single wide compact water wheel with the iron teeth. Could be wrong. Has been a little bit of time since I took that video in. But part of the fun's learning, right? That's the way it goes. So we'll send these guys up here to finish the rest of this. And then, of course, this side is going to continue doing its own thing. And we'll tame that at a later point in time. But for right now, this will be A-okay. And don't worry about this being empty. This is all going to be water wheels at some point. Well, most of it. If I can build what I have envisioned in my mind, I think it's going to be pretty neat. And if it's not, then you get to say that I was an idiot, which apparently people like to do. So, that's fine. And we still have 17,000 wood. So I'm going to try and have this be completely going this way. And then go around the corner. And then descend from there. So we'll see if that's going to end up working out the right way or not. I'll give it a little bit of space at the end here. And then we're going to have this come all the way up again. There we go. So this will all be the same level, and then this will have its own kind of intermediary wall. Lag, my favorite. And then this will come around the corner here and then drop it down. So this will also need to be built up as the front wall, which does have to be these regular levees so they can block water, but we're going to decorate with our, well, decorative dam pieces and see how that all looks. All right, so we have this back little bit fully detonated. So that's looking good. For the sake of this actually looking nice, though, I'm going to go ahead make the executive decision to also blast this out. Yeah. We're gonna take that down a couple blocks. So this needs to be, well, once they get that rubble done, I think we should be okay if I just blast this one. Yep, that's exactly what it's going to be. We just got to get this blasted and rebuilt before we blast the rest of this, or they can't get to it without having some sort of a nonsense thing happen here. All right, how are we looking on our... Okay, so we are hemorrhaging food and water, so we do need to have a little bit more going the way. And I have not seen the trains go around. So, you know, maybe at this point they might actually be broken. I don't know. But it's waiting here. They just kind of don't want to go, I guess. Well, that's too bad. At least we have these guys here. And there is packaged food. And if we had some more beavers in this district, we could actually have some more working in the district crossing. I'm going to go ahead and fill this one completely up, as well as this one. I think we're probably going to be okay not having as many builders, so long as we can keep ourselves supplied with food. We can also, you know, just have more beavers. And the children will grow up, of course. All right, let's expedite these guys right here, just to make sure we can take care of all of that stuff. And then, ideally, I want to have this all done before the water comes back so we can make sure the water actually folds and works correctly. And to do that, water alarm. Oh, warning if no water. Oh, you know, that's existed this whole time, and I've been wondering, you know, it would be really cool if I had a thing that would sound an alarm if there's no water in there, but I guess I'm just dumb. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Okay. So now, hopefully you can kind of see what I'm getting at here. with the little folding bit. This is going to need to be... Oh, come on. 5 like that. There we go. So I don't think I have to have this be another block high on this side. I just want to avoid flooding into our storage, not yet a production area, if at all possible. So they can still reach that. But you can kind of see how this like goes down and to the side in like a kind of a stair-step fashion. So ideally, when the water comes through, it's going to make more sense. I hope it does. But it should funnel it quite nicely. Just got to get these guys rocking and rolling here. So in the center of our area here, I'm going to put probably right here would work, and then probably right here would work. Just so we could have a little bit of monitoring. And we only have 0.9 days left. So it is going to be pretty important for us to get these few right here. So I'm going to prioritize that. These stream gauges. And the rest of this over here doesn't quite matter, but I do want to have at least that all done. Oh, and then also the also the explosives right here, which I probably should super prioritize. Now that they can't possibly be killed by it. Alrighty. There we go. Now we're cooking. 0.6 days left. Can they build all the stuff that I wanted them to build? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll find out. But that's... Yeah, now we're almost there. Almost there, folks. Although we do need to prioritize the secondary dynamite as well. Oh, surprise, extended hours workday. It'll be worth it. Don't worry. You can go back to bed when you're done. Just want to try and get this as done as we can before the water comes back in so I can prove a point. Oh, you know what? They can't reach this. Oh, they can. All right. So that's in place, and this is in place. That's going to give us an idea of the flow speed of the water as it comes through all of this. Did they get all of the prioritized stuff? It looks like they got that, which I guess is about all they really needed. All right, so back to 16-hour workdays we go. You can all go to bed. But now I want to see what happens when this water comes in. I think I've done this correctly. We'll see. I also notably don't have any funneling on this right side here. But I don't think it's going to matter because this is just kind of all coming in at the same time. Let's take out our... There we go. Now it's opaque water view. And I am going to come off of 3 times speed as soon as the water comes in here because I want to actually be able to take a look at this in real time. All right, so now we have our first stream gauge. Water current going through it is still very minimal. So we're not going to be able to see anything, but it's reached the second one now. And you can't see it folding it because the current's not strong enough, but it will get there as the water continues coming in. We might have to block off a little bit of this to try and actually get it to come in here. But yeah, now it's coming down off of that side, coming off the end. Current still says 0, but that says 0.6, 0.7. What's this one say? 1.3. Okay, so, you know, it is kind of working. Not nearly to the degree that it should be yet, but you can kind of see as it comes over this corner, it is getting pushed in. And then now it's actually going substantially faster here versus here versus here. So that's working. 0.5, 1.0, 2.1. So even in its very, very beginning low-powered stages, it does seem to be functioning the way that we need it to, which is good to see. So this obviously is going to be ending up looking super ugly if I do all of this. But I'm very curious, can I actually get this to go some insane, ludicrous type of speed? This is up to 0.6, 1.4, 2.5. Yeah, this is going to work. Going to work just fine. Love to see that. I think I can normal prioritize these 4 things now. And that one, I guess. All right. Yeah, now we're really, really cooking here. I'm going to give them a little bit of a shortcut with our reinforced ladders and just come right up this side here. And that'll give them an opportunity to go a little bit faster. Not have to climb all the way up so much. But let's come back to this again. What's the speed like now? 0.8, 1.9, 4.3. Yeah, we're working. Not quite to the level that Skystorm got in his videos, but the basic principle is actually functioning. Could it be a little faster? Yeah, probably if I had this drop down a little bit more, but we're going to need a pretty decent bit of height to do what I'm envisioning here. And it is going to look ugly for a little bit, but we'll make it architectural with all these fancy decoration pieces and everything. There's a lot of really cool architectural opportunities we have with this. Just gotta get there. All right, so let's give ourselves priority on... Nope, on the ladder, not on the beaver. Although all of you matter. Very appreciative of you. 1.0, 2.2, 5.3. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, that's what we want. That is exactly what we want to see, and I am loving this. So, in the interest of actually making this useful, I don't want to block off water coming over to this side, but I do kind of want to just draw a line here and capture as much of this as I can. I think I want to go over this way, and we'll just kind of diagonally manipulate this, because I'm going to have to put one here. And then this bit here should help us get to about where we want to go. Corral everything where it needs to be corralled. Once this is built, then I'll take this. Well, I can still take most of this out. What's this at now? Here, at the end of day 1, 1.3, 2.2, 7.2. Yes, sir. Let's go. This is actually working. I'm pretty happy with that. I was a little lacking in the confidence there for a while, but I think we're going to be just fine. Now, how are we looking food and water wise? Yeah, it's not looking fantastic. So we are going to have a little bit of something happening here. All right, so this is going to be. Oh, I can just have right here. Off of our entrance platform. I'll just put, I'll just say for right now, put 3 of them in. Little water pumps in a spot where they can actually be accessed, not too far from the water tank. Prioritized by haulers. There we go. So that'll give them something to do. I'm going to hyper-prioritize our water pumping here. Just to make sure the beavers don't die of thirst. And food supplies aren't great, but we do have our beavers working here in the district crossing. I think based off of how much metal we have and the fact that we don't have any scrap for the time being, I'm going to go ahead. Well, they're already lower priority, so I think we're probably fine. Builders huts, Iron Islands. District Center. I think we need more help in our district crossings, but this one's manned fully. So is that one looking okay. I just want to know why I don't have enough food coming in here. I have all these crossings completely staffed. Well, we'll get that beefed up a little bit. And this one as well. Just make that a priority job. And the rest of these builders in the Iron Islands, I think we can deprioritize. Honestly, we probably could just get rid of a bunch of these. Because, well, there's not not really going to be that much more building happening, so I guess we can get off the millionaire's land with these builders' huts and just start clearing that up. Maybe plant a little bit of something later. Probably not today, because I do want to make sure I'm generating at least a little bit of power over here. But now I have to know. 1.8, 2.2. Okay, that should be faster once this is done. 7.0. Okay. You know, it's working. It's working, but the amount of water coming in here is pretty high for for the channel we've got. So maybe I might have done this incorrectly, but we'll just have to see what happens. I probably am gonna have this go all the way across, aren't I? Just to save stuff from falling off the side. But the fun thing about that is I'm not going to be able to go all the way across unless I have platforms. So let's just put, I don't need these two. But for right now, having the platform to go across is going to help speed up construction considerably. Okay, we do have some food. You know, it's not fantastic, but it is progress. Water, hopefully, will be a solved issue with all that stuff in place. So maybe I don't want to build this whole funnel business right here until we have everything we need. I might actually just go ahead and super deprioritize these, because we might not need them. We might not even want them based off of how this is going. But I do think we can put in another couple of blocks up here to hold that last little bit in place. Yep, 1.8, 2.2, and this one is still at 7. Looks like it, but I feel like we could be going a lot faster if we had this correctly set up. We also haven't asked ourselves the question of whether or not this can actually support anything at this point in time. Oh, and you know what? You know what? I need to be putting powered levees where these water wheels are going to actually be. So this one here is going to need to be a powered levee. And then, oh, that's going to take so many resources if I made these all powered levees. Oh, universal powered levees definitely take more resources, but the regular powered levees probably would not be the worst thing in the world. So let's pause real quick and just get this set up the correct way here. So all of these guys are going to be universal powered levees. These guys can just be regular powered levees. Oh, I should probably also make sure they're pointed the correct way. Oh, there's only 2 orientations. Okay. That works. But that's going to connect these on the back side. Not on this side, notably because there aren't going to be any buildings connected to this. So it would not be in our best interest to have every connection here. But one spot somewhere, we probably should have one of these be a powered levee so that we can transfer power across a path that's not going to be used. So since we're already over here, I guess I can... Oh, I don't need this here. Because I was going to put this guy right here. Right? And I believe I can transfer power into the bottom half of the front and the sides, or the top of the back. So we've got some options. I was originally thinking, you know, maybe we put some power through the middle, but I kind of like the idea of all of these guys being able to access all the different parts from different spots on the map. Even though these are sat here on the outside, we do have our bot chassis here. I don't know. I kind of wanted this to be able to transfer power through the top here, like kind of what we did with our... let me see. Yeah, see, it's just not going to let me do that there, but it will let me do it here. and on the back and everything. So that idea is unfortunately not going to work. But we could, in theory, just turn these around, or we could leave them here and then have the power come in from somewhere else. We don't have to be married to this. It's just an idea. But there's plenty of other work to be done before we get to that point, and this top level of levees is going to be easy to replace. So don't think that's going to be as big of a problem. But now that this is in place, that is where those water wheels will be going. We obviously can't build them until the things beneath are finished. So we'll pause those. But having the power concentrated in here is going to be ideal. In fact, what I need to be doing is I need to be making this go down this way because these are all going to be connected. That's why I did universals. So right here at our intersections between the two sides, all of those on this little curve at least will be universal powered levees. So that way when we come down here, I guess I could have them start building that again now. I'm going to draw a lot more of this out, and yes, it's going to be a whole lot of why in the world are you doing this that way? It's fine. That's just how it is. It's how you got to build these. Because you can't put levees on top of anything else. That's just the way the game works. I love it when this doesn't let me do anything. There we go. Yeah, bring that all through here. So we're going to have this step down right here. All right, come on, let me place this. And what's going to happen now is, just so I can show you what we're doing, this is now connected because this is a universal powered levee. You can see these coming down here. So these wheels will be in these spots, and then, oh, I need to make sure that these are also, before they get built, set up correctly. So that actually needs to come out, and this will be where the first, I think where the first wheel is, can be here. Just need to make sure that's taken care of. All of this needs to be powered levees, and there we go. So hopefully you can understand why I chose to do that way. You can see them down here like that. Put in this other side once again. The enormous monolith and all the fun that comes with it. So this can actually... Ooh, how this is set up. I'm only going to build up to right here for now. Just because of how this is going to end up working here. But since this is down here on this side, this is also going to have to go down like so. I'll just do these every two. It's easier to trace it out, the single type of levee, before you go back and do it some other way. That's why I was in here doing that. But universal levees here. Again, down two so it can go to the next tier of things. And then connect the dots in between. Just like so. And once all the wheels are in place, this entire thing will be completely connected once again. And that's going to be fantastic. You can see they're all green. All perfectly connected. And it just kind of bridges between going back and forth. I think, asterisk there, that this should work. If it doesn't, we'll rip it out and we'll try it again next time. But that's part of the fun of kind of demoing this in real time, is you never know what kind of weird nonsense you're going to find yourself up to when it comes to stuff like this. All right, that still says 1.8, still says 2.2. This should still say 7. Yep. So as we continue building this, I think we're going to get a little bit more speed just by being able to contain all of the water. But there's still lots to be done, and it's not going to be something that we can just kind of do immediately. It just takes time. Now, is that going to be the correct height? Yes, it is. Okay. I'll get those in place so they can at least finish those outer walls there. And yeah, that should allow us to get a pretty good amount of stuff done. So now's the time, the video where I do a very rare time-lapse in-universe in Timberborn. It happens all the time in the Austria videos, but there's just so much construction that has to happen here that it would just be the most boring and insufferable little bit of content if I did not have this set up where you guys could just watch the stuff. So we are going to go ahead and start ending the video here. Of course, while I'm talking, they're still building this in excruciatingly slow real time. But while you're watching it, they're going to be working at a rapid pace, getting a lot of the rest of this stuff in. So, yep. Hopefully you're enjoying this start to our actual conversion of this to an industrial area, not just storage. But I think you can appreciate just how huge this area is, and this giant project we're undertaking is as well. It is just a lot of construction, and it's one of those things that's just going to have to take a long time. It's just the nature of how this stuff works. But I think at the end it's going to be a really, really cool looking thing. And yes, I am still planning on having the frog geometric art and stuff over here. That's just one of those things that also is going to take a ton of time. So I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you being here and watching the videos and being enthusiastic about everything. The response has been fantastic, especially on the new Update 5 series, which is returning tomorrow as of the release of this video. So that one will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday for the time being. This series that we're watching right now, Tuesday, Thursday, Water Beavers on Wednesday, unless the outcry on the Water Beavers only being once a week gets loud enough, and I might put them back on Mondays again as well. But yeah, thanks for being here again, and also to our beard boosters making it possible for me to do these each and every single day with their contributions and all of their support. So very, very appreciative of those folks and the rest of you as well, of course. Just glad that you're here and that we're able to spend a little bit of time playing this game together and enjoying each other's company. So whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we'll look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.